Hi there, Phil Simborg, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving. I'm recording this on Thanksgiving morning, and I am giving thanks to my partner and good friend, John O'Hagan, for teaching me uh, quite a bit about backgammon. While I've been giving lessons with him, I've been learning from him as well and passing on what I've learned from him and other mentors that I've had over the years. Um, but this particular one I have to thank John for. Reds on roll, cube action. The score is 0-0 to 11, and I used to be pretty much clueless about whether or not how to handle this situation. Uh, so let me start with the process that we teach at Mind Game Center. I'm sorry, we teach it at the Backgammon Learning Center. Mind Game Center is a tutorial area that we have, but at the Backgammon Learning Center, where I'm a partner with John, we teach a process that before you double, the first thing you need to know is what is the take point and price of gammons. And at 11 away, we call that a normal match score, which means it's very similar to money, which means that the live cube take point's around 21.5%, and that the gammon value is about 0.5. In this situation, I'm not particularly worried about gammons. I don't think that it's very likely to win very many gammons. In fact, if I close blue out, uh, hit them, make the point, close them out, gammons are somewhere in the range of around 3%. So I'm not worried about gammons. The question is, um, do I have a double? And I also learned from my very first teacher, Kit Woolsey, to use Woolsey's law every time. I asked myself, if I were blue, would I take or drop this cube first? Because if I think it's a drop, then I don't have any question about whether to double or not, unless I think I might be too good to double. And here, of course, we already said there's very few gammons, and you can lose the game a bunch, so why would you not double if you think he's a drop? But I don't think it's a drop. He's up 4 pips in the race. If he doesn't get hit here, he's got a very good chance. If he gets hit, he might hit back and win the game. In fact, he might even win a gammon. He probably would play on for a gammon if he got hit loose here and hit back. So I know it's a take. By the way, Woolsey's law says if you're not sure if it's a take or drop, then for sure it's a double. But I'm sure this is a take. So now here's where I used to have major problems until John taught me his formula. If I have 25% or more net market losers, then probably I should double at normal match scores. Well, how do I find out how many market losers I have here? Well, here it's kind of easy. What rolls would I have where I know he would drop next time? Double 4 is a no-brainer, and so is 4-2. And so is double 2. So right there we have double 4 and double 2 and 4-2. That's 4 rolls. So I've got 4 clear, obvious, sure market losers. No way, if I didn't double now and I rolled one of those rolls and made the 4 point, would he possibly take the cube next time. And if I roll one of those rolls, I would be very sorry that I hadn't turned the cube to win 2 points instead of 1. Do I have any other market losers? Yeah. What happens if I would roll a double 6 or double 5? And I'm up so much in the race after that that I probably lose my market. Now, I don't lose my market if I roll a double 5 and he rolls a double 6, or if I roll a double 6 and he rolls a double 6. But for the most part, my 2 doubles are going to be, those 2 big doubles are going to be market losers unless he rolls one of his. So those are market losers almost 2 more times. There are 2 more times less the 2 out of 36 times or 1 out of 18 times that he might roll it, which is about 4%. So they're 96% market losers if I roll either of those 2 rolls. So now I'm up to almost 6 market losers. What about pick and passes? What about the rolls that hit and pass, like a 4-1, where I would hit and continue? I've certainly lost my market there if he doesn't come in. Also, a 4-3 would pick and pass. A 2-1 would pick and pass. A 2-3 would pick and pass. So all of those rolls that pick and pass are going to be market losers 70% of the time. 30% of the time he comes in. So I can take all those rolls, and I believe there's about 9 of them when I add them up. And 70% of 9 is, let's call it 6, or about 6 more rolls. So now I'm up to about 10 to the positive side. So are those my only market losers? Do you think there's anything else that would cause me to lose my market that could happen between now and the next roll that I have, where he wouldn't take the cube next time if I wait? Well, I see another possible scenario. What happens if I just hit loose? What if I roll a 5-4? What if I roll a 6-4? What if I roll a 6-2 or a 5-2? The first question is, would I hit loose with those rolls? And the answer is, since I'm losing the race, or the race is close, I know it's right to hit loose. Let me just prove to you that it is. Let's pretend you roll, oh, let's say a 5-4. I'll put it on checker play, change it to 5-4, and show you that hitting loose is hugely right. Lots of people would shy away from this hit because you know if you get hit back, you lose. You might even get gammon once in a while if you get hit back. But still, as you can see, the gammons are about 3% if you hit back this way, or about 2% if you get hit back that way. And he probably would play on for the gammon, or he might, depending on what he rolls and how the checkers come up. But the gammon threat isn't very high. The main point, though, is I would hit loose. And if he doesn't hit me back, I think he would drop. You want to test that too? We can do that very easily. Let's pretend we play our 5-4 this way, and let's pretend he doesn't come in, and let's see if he would drop this cube. I think I would. Double action. Big pass, 53% error to take the cube. So in addition to the first market losers that I came up with, the 4-2, the pick and passes, everything that hits him that doesn't hit back, that hits loose and doesn't hit back, I don't have to do a lot of counting. There's like, about another 10 rolls like that are going to be market losers. So that adds about another 7. I'm way over 25%. 9 out of 36 is 25%. Now, do I have any anti-market losers? Are there any numbers that I must subtract? Yeah. If I, by the way, I forgot double ones. There's another way to pick and pass or shift points. But that's another one to add up. So I've gotten way more than 25% to my side. The only real anti-market losers, real negative rolls I have, are rolls that don't hit at all, that completely miss him, that aren't high doubles, and then he rolls out, he comes out. But how many rolls are there that don't hit him and don't point on him, and that are not high doubles? Well, a 5-1 misses, a 6-1 misses, and all those rolls that just play quietly and miss. Fortunately, it's a lot of ones, but most of all the twos hit. Some threes don't hit, of course, like a 3-1. No, 3-1 hits loose. That's right. I'm even hitting loose with that 3. A 3-5 misses, and a 3-6 misses, but those are reasonably high rolls. So the ones that miss are sort of neutral. I'm still in the game. They don't kill me. And that's part of what O'Hagan's law is also. You look at what happens on the rolls that are not either big jokers for you or market losers for you, and anti-market losers, in other words, great rolls for him. And those aren't so bad. They're sort of in the middle. I'm not sick that I gave the cube. Clearly, this all leads me to say that I have a double here. I've got way more than my 25% market losers. And in 2 seconds, not 2 seconds, in 10 seconds over the board, I would see that I have enough market losers to double here. And again, a few years ago, I would not have been sure, or I might have even been wrong before I learned O'Hagan's law. First of all, let's see what's right. It is a double. It would be a 7% error not to double. And it's really market losers that tell us this. Now, Extreme Gammon does not use market loser theory to decide whether to double or not. It's only statistics. So we've come up with a rule of thumb. And by the way, I've used O'Hagan's law thousands of times. And the amazing thing is, when I hit on 9, if I have 9 for exactly 25% net market losers, this is almost always right on the line. It's always a 0.02 or 0.03, right to double or wrong to double. It's really, really close. His formula for most situations is perfect. It really works incredibly well. What a great tool. By the way, I always check myself. You can go to Analyze, Dice Distribution, and quickly see if I was counting right. I counted double 2, 4-2, and 4-4 as my best 3 rolls, and look, they put me right at the top. I said that double 6 and double 5 were really good. They're way up there also. A 4-3, one of the pick and passes. A 4-1, a pick and pass. Double 1, I also mentioned. 3-2, 2-1. Looks like I didn't forget any. These other rolls that aren't so good, except for a 5-1 and 6-1, which are pretty bad. But again, you're not destroyed. You're still on the plus side. If you were on the minus side, you're still favored in the game, but not by a lot. Those are 2 pretty bad rolls for us. But all these other rolls are high enough just in terms of the pip count to be okay for me, to where I'm in decent shape. But again, they're not killer rolls. So this is a really good map, or here's the dice map itself, and I can look at each roll and see what equity I have after each one. I can look at the red ones, and even the red ones I have a plus. Often you'll see when you roll a bad roll, your opponent becomes favored in the game. But even with my worst rolls, I'm still favored in this game. And with my best rolls, I'm over the top. That's what these things show. So this really helps you with market loser theory as well. So here we are, a position where I clearly know it's right to double, and years ago I didn't. Hopefully you'll know from now on too. Start practicing O'Hagan's Law of Market Losers and start applying it and start checking yourself, and you'll get better and better at it, and you'll be amazed how much it's going to help you decide when to give the cube and when not to give the cube. Thanks for watching, and again, thank you all for your support of the USBGF. If it's renewal time, please renew. We need your support. You need us, and we need you to keep helping the game grow and to help make it a better game for everybody, not just in the United States, but worldwide. Got a lot of worldwide support and cooperation here. Thanks. That's my commercial. Nice talking to you, and happy Thanksgiving.